Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to the classroom. My name is Alex Rapov. I would like just to spend a few minutes in advance and to check that you can hear me, because in a few minutes we're supposed to start already our session. And could you please find some chat window, and maybe you could practice already how to say hi, how to type here, and could you please confirm if you can hear me? And okay, sounds good. Perfect, Mitzi. Okay. Welcome everyone. Okay, good sound. Yeah, I was just discussing with Mariana recently. Okay, we have almost, I don't know, 90 something people registered. And I was curious how many people will actually show up in a real event. Usually from my experience, it's about, I don't know, maybe 15%. So I am betting somewhere on maybe 15, 16 people. We'll see. So we still have maybe 2 more minutes to go. Anyway, you can hear me, and so the sound is good. And do you see the screen that you're supposed to see? Learn and Practice Lab. Today's topic: 7 steps to design and implement your social media strategy. Okay, perfect. So everybody, we are pretty much set. In this case, in 2 minutes we're gonna start. Let me just, I think I already, yeah, as usually I do it automatically. I already started our recording. Perfect. All right. 1 minute left. And you could already take a look at the screen. And today we are going to be going through some particular simple, I would say simple topics or simple question we are going to be answering. First of all, what is number one mistake which usually prevent people from succeeding in social media activity? And I just said here, I would say like in general terms, small business owners. But in our case, of course, will be talking about coaching business. We will be talking about coaches specifically. And then we will be going through 7-step method or 7-step methodology or strategy, how you could design your social media. And also we will be touching, is it really possible to spend not too much time over social media? Because I know it could be very overwhelming. Lots of people, lots of students in my business school asking me, is it possible to spend, I don't know, very limited amount of time? And from my experience, it is quite possible. Sometimes, you know, if you design your social media strategy really well, if you use all the tools which we will be covering, not today particularly, because today topic is not allowing in 1 hour. There is no way to go for details. Today we're going to be touching the blueprint, how you're supposed to think, in what the most important steps of implementation you're supposed to take in order to go for the well-designed social media strategy. But well, if you use all the tools available, it's quite possible to not to spend really more than 20-30 minutes per day. Okay, so now we're already in the process, guys. Let's start. First of all, number one mistake, as I promised you. Well, if we take a look into the, when I was thinking to design the proper program in order to help coaches and help small business owners to succeed in social media, that was my first question in my head. How can I address number one issue which usually people have as an obstacle in order to succeed in social media? And I just want to demonstrate you module 1 of social media program, which right now I'm running, and I designed around like half a year ago. And you could see, please, in the first module, lesson 2 and 3, please pay attention to your marketing funnel and your customer avatar. So those are two major elements which you're supposed to have very much clarified before you will be able to set up and start your strategy in the social media direction. So what is it marketing funnel and what is customer avatar? So I'm sure that everyone pretty much everyone heard about these particular terms. And again, please be patient with me because everyone here in the classroom probably in a very different stage of business development. So maybe part of this material will be, for someone very much clear, but other people maybe just starting your business. And so as a result, I will be covering all those points in details. So if you're familiar maybe with some of them, it's not a big deal. Just be patient because in 1 hour we'll be covering all the points anyway. So if you take a look at the screen right now, and that's approximately how your business activity is going to look like when you will be really in the middle of of your uh, business endeavor, I would say. Well, if you are a business owner, if you are starting your coaching business, so you're supposed to be able to cover technical parts. You're supposed to be able to take care about your list of subscribers. You're supposed to build a relationship with your clients. You're supposed to know some legal stuff. You need to take care of traffic. You need to, as a result, if you could take a look on all those pieces and bricks of your business, it's actually quite overwhelming what you supposed to do. Yeah, so that's, if you see that detailed picture, well, is it really possible to handle? And that's what people usually get themselves into. That's how they feel when they get deep into the business development. So what happens? It's a powerful feeling of overwhelmment, and actually it paralyzes you. So the remedy here is, yeah, that's approximately the feeling. Yeah? So you're supposed to know so many different things, and not just know on a theoretical level, but actually implement everything what you just learned. And as you know, technology is changing, and websites and development, everything is so quickly changing. So it is quite overwhelming and incredible. And usually people are, like three major areas which they have a difficulties with. It's first of all, to have a clarity where priorities are. You see those 25 pieces. So where to start? Yeah, what is the priority? Second, if you identified already priorities, that what exact steps I supposed to take, even if you know, for example, okay, I'm going for social media. So what are the steps? So the knowledge about what to do precisely. And also another part of the essential part in the business, that sometimes if you know what to do, if you do everything correctly, still you need to have time in order to get results. And lots of people are kind of considering that they are not on a marathon, but on a kind of 100 meters distance. So they give up too early before even they are able to see results. So those are three major things which usually prevent people from succeeding in business. And number one mistake, now I'm getting straight to the point, is that majority of people, especially coaches, when they are not really familiar with the entrepreneurial approach, they usually do not spend time to develop their business model, to describe their business model, to have a very clear understanding what business model is. Yeah. And that's, I will clarify exactly what by business model is. So business model is that, well, if you remember that picture with a multiple bricks and totally overwhelming on the whole screen, kind of covering with the total pieces which we need to cover. Well, business model allow you to chunk up. Business model allow you to get out of those details to the bigger picture. Business model is about who is my customer. and what is my product, and how am I going to deliver my product, and what kind of resources do I need in order to deliver it. So business model is the big chunks of your business, and it's immediately remove overwhelming, and it gives you like a calm. Yeah, I chose this picture. Of course, it's not going to be like a Buddha like, but nevertheless, it brings some kind of clarity. So I'm gonna send you. So if you could see right now that screen, I want you. I'm gonna provide you with some link. Let me just quickly copy and paste that link, and in our chat window, and later you will be able to, after our seminar, I'm gonna copy and paste it here for everyone. So it's gonna be, maybe it's gonna take you 7, I think 8 minutes of video and over YouTube. So please copy and paste those links which I just posted in our chat window. So first link is YouTube video, and you will have a clear understanding what business model is. And second, I also provide you with some PDF file. Actually, it's not PDF, it's actually Word document, where you will have a blank structure of the business model. And then you can sit down and think it through. Actually, that particular part, that particular exercise, it's a part of the social media program as well. So in the first module of social media program, we are going to be kind of going through the same business model clarification exercises. Why? Because without it, there is no way you could build your social media program, social media strategy. I'm going to explain exactly why. Why without business model we are not able to, well, to cover and to design our social media. Well, let's take a look on the big chunks of the business model. Guys, what is business? If we just really look at the business from eagle kind of perspective, yeah, or from the bird, yeah, this big picture. Well, first of all, we're supposed to have a product or service to sell. Yeah, this is the first big chunk. Is it possible to have business if you do not have product or service? Well, that's definitely will be difficult to develop any business if you have nothing to offer. Yeah? That is the first part. Okay, this is more or less clear. Second part, when you do have that, you need to sell it. So it seems like, well, that's a business. You have a business, you have a product or service to sell, and then you are going for implementation. So you will be spending time and you will learn how to sell it. It seems like it's, yeah, just two parts. So let's just go into the a little bit more detailed picture, chunk down a little bit. What is selling? So let's say you are clear about what your product is. In our coaching business, usually the product is coaching services and certain particular help to your clients. Yeah. And what is the selling process, guys? Let's think together. What do you think would be elements of selling? So if we chunk down what selling is, could you please type right now, because I want you to be with me and to participate a little bit in our session, because I know people learn the best when they are thinking together, not just listening, but thinking. So if you would guess, guys, don't be afraid, and there is no wrong or right here. I would like just you to be engaged and think. What is the small parts or chunk down selling process? Please don't hesitate and just, okay, one element of selling would be making an offer. Okay, making. Okay, perfect. Barb, thank you. Any other ideas, guys? To make an offer. Yep, definitely it's a part of the selling process. Selling is to convey the client the features of the product. Okay, that's very much to make it clear what are the benefits and what are the features of the product or services which you are providing. Find the audience. Okay, perfect. Connect with the customer. Find, yeah, very nice. Guys, I'm very happy to hear what you are typing. Understanding what your customer wants. Perfect. Communicate the value. Solve the problem. Wow. Well, everyone is pretty much exactly on the target. Yeah. So let's go. I think some of you already mentioned exactly what you will see here. As I warned you, some of you already know in pieces of that. Yeah. And well, first of all, in order to sell, you need to find and reach your clients. It would be really tricky to sell if you cannot find or you cannot reach your clients. Well, of course, that's the one essential part. Second part, well, you found your clients. What you're going to do next? So you know that you discovered in some Facebook group or some group in LinkedIn, which seems like very relevant. So it's according to your customer avatar, your target audience. What you're going to do then? Well, you need to engage. You need to find the way how to engage and sometimes educate. Well, when it comes to coaching business, very often people are working with clients who are not even clear what coaching is. I mean, in our particular case, education, I call it educational marketing. So you need to clarify what coaching is and how it deliver value and why it works and so on and so on. So education, it's not just for coaches. There are lots of other businesses when people need to be educated because they're not even quite sure. The third part, so now you found the client, you reach them, you engage with them. Well, now you need to be very clear how to convert them. So one thing is to know, to communicate. Another thing is to move your client to much higher level of trust and much, I would say, deeper relationship. So they are able to buy from you. So they will be paying clients. Conversion, yeah, in the marketing terms, there is we call it to convert. So those are three major parts. If you remove any of those parts, selling will not take place. Yeah, obviously. So why I'm talking about such a seems like obvious things, guys? I would like you to have, I would say, to have a strategy how you could remove overwhelm, which easily you could find yourself in, because as soon as you start to dive how many things you need to do, overwhelming feeling is coming. So it's inevitable. So I would like you immediately to jump out of that, detailed routine and see, okay, what is business? The business is, well, I need to develop product. This is essential part. Or I need to not maybe develop, but my services I need to pack in such a way that my potential customers will perceive it as a product, because that's how market really operates. They're looking for solutions for products, and everywhere on every stage of that kind of strategy development steps, there are lots of pitfalls and tiny small nuances. For example, I'm going to give you an example. For our coaching industry, very often coaches are trying to sell coaching hours. That would be, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that for majority of coaches who are not in the position of influencers or I would say high authority, it is really difficult to sell coaching hours because it doesn't really look like a product. No one is really kind of searching in the market, except maybe some corporates or some particular customers who are already very highly educated and they're looking for coach precisely. But normally people are looking for solution to their problem. It seems like, yeah, of course you would say coaching is solution to a problem. Well, it's not obvious for them. It's maybe from your perspective, when you sit in your coaching shoes or stand in your coaching shoes, it's clear that the coaching is solution to their problem. From client's perspective, they don't really care. Coaching or any other methodology, they don't care about methodology. Yeah, they care about particular problem which they want to resolve. So as a result, you see that it's almost the same, but not exactly. And what do I mean by that? It's different language. When person is concerned and want to resolve certain particular problem, he has particular language, certain particular keywords are triggering because they're connected with their painful points. In other words, they are thinking in the terms of the problem, and they have really nothing to do with the coaching or any other methodologies. That's why usually comes the mismatch, because the customer is running around with his headache, with his problem, and coach is approaching and they are waving in front of him like, oh, coaching, 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 I'm selling coaching. Well, that's where mismatch usually easily come, because you're supposed to wave in front of your client like solution to this particular problem. That's how you could match. So again, we are talking about very precise language, very precise understanding what your business model is. You need to design or redesign, repack your offer in such a way that it looks like a solution to certain particular precise problem. When you will be able to do that, then you could design all the social media strategy in a very easy way, because you know the language, you know the keywords, you know what we usually do is when you have a solution which direct into certain particular problem, the whole social media is just chunked down to tiny, tiny, tiny small pieces, your solution. So when it's almost like, well, if you know what fishing is, yeah. So when you want to catch a fish, usually you I would say take pieces of the food for fish and just first you are dropping it in the water, yeah. So the fish starts to come. Well, the point is that if you have a solution to certain particular problem, and when you chunk down to tiny, tiny small bits, and then you start to spread those bits around in your posts over social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, those tiny, tiny small pieces of your solution. That's how people who are interested, who are resonating with that particular problem, they will come closer to you, because your pieces are resonating with their problem. And imagine that you are not precise with your problem, yeah, which you are solving. Then you become general, like a very generic, and when everything what you'll be spreading around over social media is not going to attract anyone, because it's not precise. It's not targeting any particular customer avatar. So that's why it seems like everything seems like obvious, but the problem is that very few people or rare people doing the job up to like such a precision. As soon as you'll be able to make those steps, well, the social media strategy will be easily designed, because it's not a rocket science. So let's see. Let's just compare right now the numbers. What do I mean by numbers? We talked about 3 parts of the selling, let's say. The first one, finding and reaching your potential clients. Second, engaging. And third, converting. So how it's going to look like in terms of numbers? So when you post some information over Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or some other social media platforms, you could reach literally millions of people. I mean, lots of people can see your posts. Yeah, you see that the first circle in that particular structure, find and reach. Well, lots of people can see it. The question is, who will resonate with that, and why they will resonate? So that's how we form the second circle, which is a little bit, actually not a little bit, from millions usually comes to thousands who can really resonate with that material which you post. resonate, I mean, let's say right now when I'm posting advertising over LinkedIn, that hello guys, there will be webinar about social media strategy, how you could design and implement your social media strategy in 7 steps. Well, according to LinkedIn statistics, I can reach approximately 19 million people when I'm sending my posts. Yeah, because I have, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20, no, 15 or 16,000 of connections, and they have a second connection. As a result, it potentially it's visible to lots of people. Yeah, the question is how many people will be engaged with my post. Of course, people who are concerned with social media or would like to improve their social media. From those millions, well, it comes to thousands. That's how those circles are. You see that from big one goes down to the smaller one. Engaged. Now, after people who engaged, let's say few thousands somehow read your post and maybe clicked and maybe even get to your landing page and they checked information, how many will apply and really engage deeper? Yeah, I'm not talking about selling right now, but actually they're going even more deeper. Let's say uh, about our event. Yeah, how many people right now? Okay, we have maybe 35 people. Yeah? So 35 people. From those millions who could see my posts, guys, 35 people end up today together with me and working together in this particular social media strategy session. You see that how shrinking the number is. Yeah, it's getting smaller and smaller. And guys, this is the structure. Are you familiar with the structure? Can you name? Does anyone knows what the structure is? Do you recognize it? Funnel. Okay, perfectly. That's a sales funnel, exactly. So that's how a sales funnel is, precisely. Now, guys, I would like you to, let's see, I would like you to think right now and take a look at that funnel from a little bit different perspective. Well, we are discussing right now social media. And I would like you to think in terms of social media, where social media is involved here. I mean, is there any particular level where social media is and maybe lower there is no social media already? What do you think? Where approximately? Is it just first circle or second circle or all three? So you could type 1, 2, or 3. So where do you think the social media? I'm gonna just if I just use my annotation tools, I think I'll try to explain what I'm actually asking because maybe it's not clear. So let's see. I'm gonna use this particular. Yeah. So guys, can you find and reach your potential clients using social media? Could you please type yes or no? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. Some people think it's practically 3. Okay, just 1. All right. So the opinions are people have a different opinion. Well, I would say yes. We can find and reach potential clients using social media. Well, can we engage using social media? Well, I think so. I think we can engage, and social media have that function. In terms of selling, well, this is already 50-50. Usually what happens from my experience, before people are able really to become your customers, real customers, paying customers, I would say already you're able to sell. They're supposed to be much closer to you than just social media. What I mean is that from my experience, the social media level is ending somewhere here. Well, there are different statistics for different industries. Also, there are different numbers, but in average, marketers say that there's supposed to be 7 interactions, 7 at least. Some people say 15 interactions before your potential client will be psychologically ready to buy or trust you enough. Usually those strangers, they see your posts, yeah, then they see several times your posts, they got interested. Maybe they will visit your LinkedIn page or maybe Facebook page. But you see that everything what is going on right now still social media. When they maybe visit your website, okay, we are getting closer, but tell me please guys, when that border is really crossed, what is that red line which I created? When I could say that you moved your potential client outside of social media zone? What need to happen? And I'm not talking about selling right now. I'm talking about something else. Yeah. So of course, if you selling take place, but usually it's very rare case when people straight from social media already buying something. It is possible, yeah, but it's not really a common thing. So, but what happens when I would say that the purpose of your social media activity is actually fulfilled, yeah, or you reached your goal? One-to-one engagement, personal contact. Yeah, very close, guys. Thank you. That's very, very close. Any other opinions? Deal with people objections. They believe. Yeah. Okay, guys. I would offer you some a little bit kind of more formal way, because as soon as people become subscribers, as soon as your interaction with your potential client lead to the act of transaction, I'm not talking about financial transaction, I'm talking about you provide them something and they give you contact details, they authorized you to contact them, so they give you their email address or any other. So as soon as you have a permission to send them information, which usually take place when they become subscribers or they get, in other words, they will get into your mailing list. That's it. So there is no need in social media anymore. You actually converted your potential client, moved already deep enough into your sales funnel. Maybe they're not buyers, not yet, but they already interested enough and trust you enough to provide you with the email address, and they cross that line. So there is no need in social media. It doesn't mean that you cannot communicate over social media. Of course you can. I mean, I have my real paying clients and I see them over social media and they like still my posts, but they already crossed that line a long time ago. I'm talking right now that about process, the how stranger become your subscriber. Yeah, how you moved stranger, total stranger, down to the sales funnel. So as a result, that stranger give you permission to contact him or her. Yeah? And that's the main function of social media. As soon as that part is done, the purpose of social media is pretty much over, yeah? Because now you can just mail your potential clients certain particular information, you invite them, you engage them, but you could already use direct communication, as you said correctly, 101 or whatever. Yeah, that's the purpose of the social media eventually. Actually find people and engage them and convert them into your okay, let me just remove. I see some drawings are still here. Guys, if at that point you have any questions, could you please don't hesitate to type and ask me some questions. And so this is, you see that I moved, I created that blue kind of circle demonstrating that social media is covering part of the sales funnel. And there are moments when your clients crossing that line. Yeah? So when they are moving pretty much out of social media down to your sales funnel, that's you need to design your strategy in such a way that that process is automated and very much well designed. Usually I use term optimize your social media pages and the whole sales funnel in such a way that as soon as stranger interacting with your post, you practically moving that stranger step by step, lower and lower towards the social media, towards the your sales funnel bottom. Yeah. So that's what I mean. Going strategic. Yeah. And please take a look at picture right now, because there is another nice way to look at the sales funnel. Just let's spend literally. Let me remove again those. Yeah. So let's spend literally a few minutes to analyze again, because I think the more clear you are what sales funnel is, where social media related to that sales funnel, what is the purpose, and so you will be very clear what strategy you need to develop and what will be the steps. Well, you see that the first is public. You're reaching public, and as I told you, it's a huge number. You can reach quite a lot of people, especially if you optimize your social media pages and you do certain particular strategic simple steps in order to increase your reach. Yeah. So you create, I don't know, a few thousand of social, like a LinkedIn contacts, and you have lots of likes on a Facebook page and so on. Everything is doable and pretty much mechanical. There is nothing special there. I mean, if you in our strategic social media program, it's very simple steps. Yeah, we will design that and we will optimize your pages, so it can be done easily. So you'll be reaching the public. What happens next? That public will be interacting with your social media pages, and they become eventually, so they're going slightly down towards your sales funnel. Someone who visited your Facebook eventually clicked like. Yeah. Someone who read your LinkedIn profile, they like what they read, and they become followers, or they answer to your connection request and they connected with you. You see that yellow second level is already people who are one step closer. They are friends, fans, followers, and so on. But guys, they're still in the social media space. They're not your subscribers. And that's one of the difficulties when people have a connections over LinkedIn, for example. They try to post them some kind of commercial information, and usually it's met not very nicely. I mean, that's one of the mistakes which newbies in the social media do. As soon as they have LinkedIn connections and they start kind of posting them some commercial offers and so on. So it's really tricky. Why? Well, because they haven't authorized you with particular commercial or any kind of communication. They are not your subscribers, guys, not yet. It's still social media area. You need to be very careful to sell there. It's not designed for direct selling. You can, but I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying that you need to be careful, because it's not really designed for that. You can sell it with much higher success when people are closer already. So yellow line is still social media area. Yeah, fans and followers and so on, friends. And now we are reaching crucial level. That's a level which I need to probably change the color, and then it's become clear. Now you're reaching that essential border when people are moving to become your subscribers. Subscribers, it's people who already authorized you to communicate in many different levels, including commercial one. They agreed that something which you are offering, they are interested in. So you have a common kind of topic, and you agreed that communication will take place. Okay, starting from this particular level, Guys, that's also conversion. That's also require lots of work. But this particular part of the funnel is not a social media strategy. It doesn't belong. It's a marketing. It's lots of work there, lots of knowledge, lots of things to implement, but it's out of social media activity. Yeah. Okay. So, guys, any questions here in terms of social media area, where it is in terms of funnel, what funnel is, why it looks like this, almost like a conus kind of shape, and so on. Yeah, guys, I see that if someone wants to leave or time to leave, no worries. I understand that. Yeah, you could easily leave. I think we still have 20 minutes. There are lots of interesting material I'm still intend to cover. So if you can stay, I would appreciate that you will go to the end of our session. So questions, the green area below loyalist. Well, advocate. There are some category of people here in the green area. When people, when you have it's not just a loyal. They are almost promoting. They are so happy with your services, so that advocate. They are so enthusiastic and so happy with the services which you provide, that they are bringing more clients to you. It's almost like a referral. So they are promoting, I would say, your services. And it's not always even commercially kind of rewarded. There are some people just very happy with your services. If it's a good quality, they will do it free of charge, because they feel that even if they give information to other people, they are actually helping them, because they truly believe that you are able to deliver very high quality solutions. So that's advocates. Usually it's a very small percentage of people, even though if you are providing very high quality, but those people, those enthusiasts, usually it's not a huge number. Okay, so let me, if I see any more question, no questions. Okay, so let's move forward. Yeah, that's another way how also to look at that sales funnel, but I just like some visual, and you could see that what we have at the bottom. Yeah, very, I would say, in comparison with the public, which you're reaching those millions maybe of people potentially, but you end up with certain particular smaller number of real paying clients. That's a normal situation. We are talking about literally percentage, very small percentage. Okay, so now let's move into the steps. I promised you that we will be talking about steps. Again, I will be very clear in terms of, is it really something complicated? No, it's not really complicated stuff. But for whatever reason, every time when I'm working with my students with social media program, and I see it again and again, certain particular internal resistance against that, those seems like simple steps. For example, number one, guys, step number one, if you want to design your social media strategy, step number one, you need to know precisely who you will be targeting. And it is simple, but well, sometimes it takes months and months, hopefully not, but people are thinking that for some reason they think that they could target everyone, or they somehow trying to target as many as they can. And again, my advice, and what usually we are spending quite a lot of time with my students and people who applied for strategic social media program, for example, is that why it is difficult to design social media strategy if you are targeting generic or like broad clientele. Guys, could you please type in our chat window, why do you think it's difficult to design strategy or social media strategy if you are targeting broad public? I just want to hear, what do you think? Or for example, if you don't think it's difficult, then you could type it's not difficult. So yeah, whatever you have right now in your mind, I would be very happy to hear. Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds and maybe can't deliver a target message. Okay, perfect, Gordon. I agree with you precisely. Because yeah, so message, guys, the message we are using language. Yeah? So all those posts, it's certain particular language. And I understand when people who are targeting generic kind of audience, what I often see is that they are sending some motivational kind of quotes or some kind of inspirational quotes. I think it's a great part of maybe any strategy, sending motivational stuff, but it's really not enough. I mean, it's too generic. You're still supposed to resonate with your target audience. And resonate, you could resonate just knowing precisely their language. It's like if they look, for example, your potential client, look at the page, you know how in Twitter, for example, or in the LinkedIn, how it's like every second there are 20, 30 new posts. How do you think your potential client will notice yours? How? Of course, language, keywords. Someone who has a headache and who think, I need social media somehow to engage. I need bring clients to my business, and social media would be nice. So when they see strategic social media course, or when they see words, social media strategy in 7 steps, or so language, guys, language, that's what will resonate with your potential clients. If you don't know who you are targeting, how you're going to resonate, what kind of strategy is going to be. So knowing who, step number 1. And it's not just name it. It's like, oh, I'm targeting, and you just decide that that's particular profession or whatever. No, by who, I'm talking about customer avatar. And guys, you could Google that. Right now, in our 1 hour, I really cannot go into the details. Of course, when we go through social media program, we will go into the precise details what customer avatar is. So we are going through approximately 25 questions which you need to answer in order to be clear who you are targeting. I will give you a clue. Well, sometimes it could be profession. Yeah, for example, in my case, I was targeting coaches. Yeah, because my offer was business school for coaches, and I was helping coaches to succeed in business. So I designed solutions for coaches, and I'm targeting coaches. Yeah, so in my case, the keyword was coach. Again, it could be age, it could be social position, it could be certain particular industry, it could be certain particular status. Yeah, and there are lots of different elements which you could use in order to define your customer avatar or potential client. We call it customer avatar. Yes, the who is number 1 step. So sit down and answer those precise questions. I have intention to send you, everyone who registered for this webinar, I will send you the exercise for customer avatar. But yeah, I mean, it's not a really kind of secret. You could also Google it, and probably there are hundreds of other documents you will find in relation to how to determine the customer avatar. It's not a big deal, but you need to sit down and make that particular part of your of the clarification, yeah, who your customer avatar is. So the first step, let's say the first step is done. Second, you know your target audience. Next one, what is their problem? Because why what is different from who? Well, if we are talking about who, let's say in my case, I was targeting coaches. Well, what precisely? Because coaches could have multiple different types of problems. Maybe some of the coaches are not confident enough and they would like to improve their coaching skills. Well, I could offer this particular solution, yeah, how to become confident and how to upgrade your coaching skills. Maybe my coaches have troubles to start their business. Well, then it's another offer. So what I'm saying is that target audience could have multiple problems. So you need to go narrow, more narrow, as we already decided and we discussed that in order to be precise with the message, in order to have that message resonate with your potential client, you need to be narrow, and you need to be narrow with the in relation to the problem which you will be offering solution for. So that particular second part, what is the problem of your target audience? Okay, clear. And again, well, it seems like simple, but for some reason coaches somehow, yeah, maybe because of education, maybe because of coaching courses, I know that coaching methodology can be helpful and can be a solution for multiple problems. So why do you need to narrow it? Well, if you don't, then your message cannot be precise. Then you will be some kind of doctor who is treating everything. And you know what kind of attitude people have when someone claims, hello, I can treat everything, I have an ultimate pill for everything what you have. Whatever problem you have, I will help. Well, this is from marketing perspective, that's the credibility is going down instantly, because that's not how people perceive a person who really providing a solution. So they are searching for expert. And how you can be expert in everything? You could try, I'm not saying it's impossible. There are some people, some advanced coaches who are selling coaching, and but those are rare cases. Yeah, if you have several books, if you have MCC level, if you have credibility, you could just maybe on your website just write down that my coaching hours is this particular price, and 10 hours will cost this one, and I will provide you. So maybe it's possible, but I am for newbies who are trying to start their business, guys, it's almost impossible. So the more quicker you decide that I will start with this particular problem, yes, I will start with this, as soon as you decide going narrowing, so it will allow you to speak precisely. It will allow you to create a message which will resonate with your potential client. As soon as you already in business have some clients, well, you're welcome to expand into the new areas, to diversify your offer, to become more broader, and you already have clientele, and those clients maybe have other problems which they will be happy to use your help again. So you could go broader. Please don't consider that you are losing. It's just in order to enter, you need to be precise. It's almost like you have a watermelon. So the knife, the knife going into the watermelon easily. So that's how you're supposed to get into the market, with a narrow, precise message. And that will allow you to position yourself as an expert. Because when you are sending particular information precisely with certain particular area, very soon people start perceiving you as a, okay, that person seems like specializing on that particular, which I'm really, really interested in. So that's how you position your business. And that's why, guys, one of the issues, just look at the screen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I will continue and explain all the details, but the point is that all those 5 is the part of the business model. Do you remember I told you in the beginning, number one mistake which people do, they are not clear about business model. Well, who? It's a part of the business model. Your target audience. What? What problem do they have? Yeah. Second. Third. What? What kind of solution I am offering? Again, maybe person has certain particular problem, but there are multiple ways how people offer solution. So maybe you're working online, maybe you're working physically with people, face to face. Maybe you're creating pre-recorded courses. Maybe you are, and then doing some sessions, like accompany with those courses. Maybe there are so many ways. What is the solution? Again, if you're not clear about what precisely your solution is, it's tricky, almost impossible to design your social media strategy. Without those simple things, it's impossible. And that's what I see again and again. When I go to any social media platforms, people are posting, oh my God, they're posting everything, but it's all noise because there are few professionally done kind of social media activities. You could see immediately that people are targeting certain particular, they are consistent, they are, as soon as the person knows their business model, their social media activity is very precise. It's strategic. And that's what I would like kind of people to do when, if right now I'm explaining the steps. So as soon as you are clear, or if you're entering into the strategic social media program, we are going to be going through precisely all those steps piece by piece. And we are usually taking hand, of our student and going and clarifying all the steps individually, because as you know that everybody's niche, everybody's audience is different. And as soon as you are clear about those particular steps, you need to optimize your social media pages. So we do that for every single participant of our program. I'm gonna spend in the end few minutes about the program, but I think even if you are not even ready to kind of step into the program, at least you will have a clear blueprint what you need to do. So who? Your target audience. What? What is their problem? What is my solution? Where? Well, as soon as you know about who your target audience is, you know their preferences. You know where you can find them. I mean, not every social media platform is actually serving well to your business. I mean, from my experience, for example, for my audience, yes, I do have Facebook. I use it in certain particular campaigns. I have Twitter, I have Instagram, I have other things. But the essence of my business is in LinkedIn. It depending on what is your target audience, like who is clear, then it will become where is going to be clear. So that's going to lead to where. And so, for example, if you analyze who is on the Facebook, yeah, it's the audience is younger. They use it for different purposes. Who is in the LinkedIn? That's professionals. I mean, who is in the Instagram? Or so as a result, by knowing who will lead you to where. That's where you need to focus the most. That's how you will, when you will be designing your sales funnel, you need to decide which particular social media platform I will be focusing. Focusing meaning the main activities there, because you know that your target audience is there. Yeah. So where, okay, and how? Well, the how, it's certain particular way how you're going to deliver your solutions. So delivering, it's a part of the cycle, business cycle. So how, it means that how I will convert, how can I use social media in order to move total stranger to the buyer. Total stranger just saw your post, and after that, step by step, strategically, you designed all social media activity in such a way that you are moving total stranger towards the bottom of your funnel. So that's how, because you'll be delivering your solution pieces by pieces to your potential clients and eventually converting. If you just analyze, guys, what, for example, what's happening right now, you are my clients potentially. So you could just take a look. Okay, how you end up with this particular event. I mean, maybe you get some announcement over social media. Maybe you get some announcement from my partners. Maybe you get maybe you met my post over Facebook, maybe. So one way or another. So you get some information probably over social media. You sign up. You provided your email. You end up in this particular event. So as a result, you are on a mailing list. This is the process which you will be designing precisely similar one for your particular business, for your particular topics, for your particular solution, for your customer avatar. So this is how it works. Yeah? And those 5 steps which we just covered, everything seems like simple. Yeah? There is nothing really special, but it takes weeks and weeks going through and go through all the tiny small details. I'm gonna show you very briefly. Maybe just gonna switch. So I need to remove this one, remove drawings. And I'm gonna show you briefly, if I stop sharing and open another page, just a second, please bear with me. And it's supposed to be, somehow my Zoom does not show. Okay, I think this one, yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, guys, yeah, just literally 1 minute. I'm gonna show you what we do over social media strategic social media program. As you see that participants get into our, we call it Trello board, or certain particular program which we use in order to work individually with them. So there is a group, in this group like 15 people, and with every single one, as you can see, we are analyzing. If you click on any particular, you have your own home assignments, but what we do is we are covering and going through, I don't know why it's not opening. Let me just, as you can see, I'm trying to make it, yeah, okay, I think somehow it's not opening. Yeah, I'm trying to show you the picture, what we do when we are analyzing and going through optimization of LinkedIn profiles. But I hope you see a little bit of that. Somehow I'm clicking on that, it's not getting bigger for whatever reason. Yeah, somehow it's going to downloading. So as a result, for every particular participant, as you can see, we are going through optimization of all social media pages, and LinkedIn was one of them. So usually, for example, for LinkedIn, we have 18 points of optimization. So every single person in a program going through 18 adjustments how to make your particular LinkedIn page is optimized in accordance to your particular specific customer avatar, to your particular specific keywords which your avatar is resonating with. And LinkedIn is just one page. So we're going through Facebook also and Twitter. So we are covering like 3 major platforms and designing the whole sales funnel in accordance to your particular precise business. So that's why we create, as you can see, Jen or Yvonne or Erica or Michael, they all coaches who has different directions. So of course we cannot go generic. We are going very precisely, showing and explaining and working individually. Okay, so let me go back and cover just last two points, and let me just stop this share, and I'm gonna share again the presentation. Yeah, and I think we are practically over already. Yeah, so last 2 points which I haven't mentioned. Actually, I already mentioned, because I told you that we need to optimize. As soon as you are clear about first 5 steps, which right now, as you know, those 5 steps practically your business model. As soon as you clear with that, then you go for optimization. So you redesign, you rewrite, you reconfigure all your social media pages in order to be a part of your sales funnel, in order to be a part which your potential client will resonate with. And optimization, it's all about keywords, it's all about your message, it's all about understanding your business model. Yeah? So the first five steps will provide you with enough information for optimization. So after you optimized it, all your social media presence, this point number 7, automation. Yeah, automation and outsource. That's the key, powerful stuff. So right now we have so many services which allow you to automate your social media activities. And again, there is no way in this particular hour I could even touch that area. But in the strategic social media program, we are spending the whole week, yeah, for automation and explaining how you could spend 20-25 minutes per day, not more, and be everywhere on every platform over all social media, like in a permanent like a 5-6 posts per day. So automation and outsource is the last step. There is no way you could do step number 7 without step number 6. And it's impossible to do step number 6 if the first 5 are not clear. So it's a gradual process. The beginning, the first 5, your business model. That's number 1 mistake which people kind of do. They're not going thoroughly through first 5 steps. Guys, if you have any questions, please ask me, because pretty much everything what I wanted to explain you, I explained. And as I told you, this particular hour, my purpose is give you some kind of big picture overview, almost like a blueprint of those steps. Because if I go precisely in any particular step, like for example, who, well, now we need to go through 25 questions, and there is no way I could do it in 1 hour. It requires a week. So that's why those 7 steps, those are steps. It's 8 weeks program, which I call strategic social media. And by the way, we are going to start that program next week in 7 days. So right now we are forming the groups. And of course, I will provide you all information. I will send you a recording of this particular webinar, plus all information about strategic social media program. So you are more than welcome to participate, because we design different levels. One way or another, that program will move you in a very precise manner, gently, but but inevitably you will be in the end of the program, and will be able to design your precisely defined social media program for your business. Okay, so any questions, guys? Please ask me, and if not, I would like to thank you for your participation. I'm very happy to be able to provide you with this information. I hope it's good enough for you to have a clear understanding what you need to do. And okay, great. Okay, thank you. All right. If there are no questions, guys, thanks a lot.
I have a question, Alex.
Okay, yeah, please, Mariana. Okay, so,
Hi.
perfect. Yes.
Um, I have a question.
Mhm.
As you got to the part that I got really interested in when you were talking about LinkedIn profile and how to optimize everything that needs to be optimized on
Yes.
LinkedIn. Because LinkedIn, just like for you, it's also my playground, my favorite playground.
Yeah.
But I also had a question in terms of, are you going to be doing the same thing with Facebook and some other social media, or are we going to be only specifically focusing on LinkedIn with 8 lessons, with the workshop?
Mariana, no, we will be going through optimization of 3 platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Great.
because some people are actually interested in the Facebook, and for Facebook could be powerful platform. And so as a result, because coaches are using pretty much all those 3 platforms, so in our program we are going for optimization of 3 platforms.
Okay, great. Can I ask you one more
Yeah,
question?
yeah, sure,
I'm
sure,
sorry.
pleasure.
Uh, one more question is, I know that myself and some other people just use hashtags. Like I have no idea what I'm doing. I just know hashtag and put a word that corresponds with the, like a keyword
Yes,
that corresponds with, but I'm not really sure how many to use, how you can combine them. So are you going to be going over specifically over hashtags and the use of them?
yes, yes, definitely. Oh, yeah, that's a part of the. So hashtag very powerfully, I would say, used in the Twitter, and you also can use hashtags in Google Plus. But in LinkedIn, practically there is no sense because LinkedIn search engine does not use hashtag for search purposes. Mainly, I would say hashtag used in Twitter and Google Plus, and I would not recommend to use more than 3 hashtags in one sentence. First of all, Twitter is quite short; it's 140 kind of letters, not more. So optimum is the 2-3 hashtag. But
Great.
yeah, but you also would be really nice because you need before to use hashtags. Uh, you also need to spend a little bit of time in order to be consistent. You need to use maybe 10, I don't know, 10, 12 hashtags for your particular business. It's not uh, so when we will be going through your business model, or I mean, not you but participants of the program, we will be searching for keywords, and as a result, those keywords will lead us to certain particular hashtags.
Great.
So
I
yeah,
love that this program is going to be so customized to
yes,
each student. I love that about it. And I wanted to thank you, Alex, because I know that it's really, really late. Alex is calling in from Barcelona.
yeah,
um, and I wanted to thank Alex, and I wanted to thank everybody else who attended, and everyone who is calling from the United States. Remember to vote tomorrow.
yay, yeah. Oh, I wish you good luck, guys. It's just incredible. What all world is just kind of hold the breath, and see what is gonna happen. It's just incredible. Yeah. And
Well,
yeah, thank you very much, Mariana. And I hope, despite of the kind of late hour, I think I was able to kind of to bring some passion, into the topic because I'm very, very excited and passionate about the whole opportunity of using social media for your businesses. So
right.
happy to work. Yes.
I appreciate that. So before everybody hangs up, I also wanted to tell you guys, tell your friends, because I'm going to be, anybody who emails me or Alex and who weren't able to make this webinar, we're going to be sending this recording, and Alex will show up live in the early afternoon, so that those who couldn't come up, join us at night could maybe join us, in a different part of the day, which will
Yeah.
also be better for Alex. And we might do one more at night, but just Q&A. So this way your friends can listen to the webinar and just come in with questions if they have questions. And we'll have, I don't know, we'll spend another 20, 30 minutes, whatever it takes just to answer questions.
Yeah.
We can do it that way. So just, please spread the word for us. And, it's kind of funny because I'm asking you to actually start using social media even before this course. But whatever social media you know how to use, please spread the word for us. All
Yeah.
right? We'll
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Okay, perfect, Mariana. Thank you very much, guys. Pleasure communicating with you, and I hope we will get in touch soon again.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye bye, bye bye
Bye.
everyone. Mariana,
Bye,
bye bye
everyone.
everyone. Ciao.
Ciao.